Peace, love, blessings, and honor to everyone. Thanks for joining us. I am your co host, Ize Redd,
And I am a co-host, Reality Soldier.
and we are
Garvey's Ghost in the spectrum of roots.
You know, the thing
That's
said,
how it is.
it's a good thing will come up. You don't know nothing.
Nice man.
Branding and thing, you know?
So every week is a special week, but this is a special week.
Yes,
I've
man.
been looking forward to this one. We have a remarkable person. I don't know. I don't think I have the words to describe
Okay.
this person. You do.
Okay, well, I would say tonight we have a award-winning singer, songwriter, the one and only, the great personal brethren of ours, Donovan Kingjay.
Yes.
Welcome, Donovan.
Big up, big up.
Greetings and love.
Virgin,
Greetings and love.
I'm an earth strong today, and
Yes,
I'm
man.
of a significant age now when we can turn around and say, and he's such a lovely young man.
Up for Earth strong eyes.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
know.
Strong blessings.
For me, brother. Many more, many more.
So
Yes, I.
we're really interested in the person behind the achievements. Your achievements are international, so we could pick up, Google. We could Google you if we
Yeah,
want to find out about
if you
certain
want to
things,
know,
but
yeah.
we want to find out about the
Yeah,
person.
the real, you know,
behind it.
the real thing. You know?
So where did it start for you, young fella?
As in regards
Where
to
were you
music.
born?
Okay,
What was the
I
family?
was-
Yeah, the beginning.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. One of four, two brother and sister in Jamaica.
Okay.
Young brother and myself here in London.
60s.
1960s, yes.
Lovely.
And South London, so specifically
Okay.
Camberwell Green.
Oh,
Myself
okay.
and my brother in a hospital named St. Giles. And grew there for a small while until we had an event that happened within the family, as in my mother ascended at the time. So
How old were you then?
I was 5 going on 6, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And my brother was 3.
Wow.
So yeah, it was kind of sticky around them time there. So mama got shipped forward to a place named Grand Spence Cemetery. And we discovered that we had a brother and sister in Jamaica.
Okay.
Me and my little brother, because we did things that I just we through,
Right.
and, you know.
Common thing.
Aye, you don't know, especially for those times. So
Yeah, of course.
yeah, and end up in Jamaica and get to know family on both sides, mother side, which is Jonestown, Kingston, and Constant Spring, Grand Spring
Right.
area,
Right.
Kingston yet. And Lucy Hanover on my father's side, with his brothers and sisters that were our uncles and aunts and cousins and nephews and nieces, and so we had that wonderful influence. You understand? It's like the UK Jamaica thing. So.
Right.
And yeah, by the time I reached teenage now, my father remarried.
So hold on. So when your mother passed, what have you stayed here or did you go back to Jamaica?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we was here in a place named, what the name of the place again, man? But it's near Seven Oaks.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
we ended up in like in a, we was for a short time in a, like a children's home.
Right.
Somewhere, so. We went through a couple of that, like move around kind of thing, me and my little brother. So when my father settled again now, we're now in a place named Manor Park. So I'm around 10, 11,
Right.
somewhere around there.
Okay.
And
So you were in the system for those years?
yeah, brother.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
See.
me and my brother, we just
That was
fight that one
especially
through.
in those times.
In the 60s, it was sticky, brother. No,
Right.
I could tell you some stories about all the institution them did stay in the 60s. Like, they never knew how to deal with Nubian people, much less there was a mixed race family. I will never forget
Right.
the Nickersons, and they couldn't comb their hair, and
See.
Yeah.
one of them end up in a bath with bleach, but cha scrub off her
Yeah.
skin color and all these type of things. So I see these things here.
See.
And then the reverse of that now in Jamaica now, the furthest enough of them in Lucy in the hills ever reached was like Mobile, much less foreign, you understand? So for them, it was a big deal to know that we come from England, and then Pantapite now, my sister was in Kingston, so we got town,
Right.
Right.
and they don't, as I said, they don't travel.
Right.
So we was in Lucy, and then we got town and see my sister and do a little thing, and yeah.
Okay.
So, and my Uncle Vic, who was up by Constant Spring, which is my mother's brother, He had a shop there as well
Right.
and stuff. So
So a lot of bouncing around, a lot of
Yeah.
moving
yeah,
around.
there was plenty of that.
Hard to establish roots. So that made you and your brother really tight then?
Extremely. Out to
I
the day.
imagine. Yeah.
So your first schooling was in the UK?
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah. I remember in amongst that bunks around, we was into a place named Spark Hill in Burningstrong.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Went to that
Yeah.
primary school for a very short while, stayed with some relatives that we don't know about. They know
See.
obviously our
Right.
mother, our father, people, them, and we end up at Spark Hill. Never forget that. It was for a short while longer, few months. And then when I start really remember was more like when we end up in Manor Park and Stratford, and
Right.
that time then my father, there was a lady who we call Auntie, who was our stepmother.
Right.
So now for the first time, well at first it was into a big house with plenty family.
Different
But but they were like all females. Me and my brother, that's why we did have a bedroom for ourselves.
See.
Because we were the only two boys. There was about 8 girls and then 3 teenage. And then my mother and father and then this one yard.
Wow.
See.
Crazy, because the woman, the lady that he was with, her 3 daughters.
Right.
And one of them did have picnic for them. So 4 daughters.
Oh.
And one of them did
See.
have her children, them. And they were all girls.
Okay. See.
And
And this is
then-
like in the 70s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Earlies.
Yeah.
You see me? So
So a busy household and vibrant.
it was mad. But
See.
the escape was Saturday morning was football.
Wow.
Straight and
See.
get her, and we would take care of ourselves and
Is that
then
after the chores, yeah?
well not so much, because the yard, as we said, it was crazy full.
See.
One kitchen, one bathroom, and so much people.
See.
One yard, it was mad.
Uh,
But we survived, because so the thing, people take time, move out, and same like ourselves. Father get a room around the corner, and it was me, my brother, and him.
right.
And then, as I said, then when this lady came into play, they bought a house in Stratford, and then we ended up at Stratford. And from there, so yeah, man, straight schooling, straight to college.
What is this thing? Bought a house?
What?
You
Why,
could do
yeah,
stuff like
innit?
that in
For
those
real.
days.
Yeah.
But that was the ambition when they come
She
from the
was,
West Indies,
you see, the
innit?
thing was, this lady here, Auntie, as we call her, she was a nurse.
Right.
Her title was Sister Johnson.
Okay.
Wear the blue uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she
She
governed
ever,
the rest of the
yeah,
nurses.
and she depend
Yeah.
health, and she want her house, and
Yeah.
she'd been through what she got through already, and she is a survivor of Kendall train crash, 1920 something. Train
Okay.
crash. She survived that because she only passed around 3-4 years ago, and she was 90.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And she told the story in the church about
Right.
surviving, why she get up and go at the back of the train, and that's
See,
why
right.
she survived.
Okay.
She was at the front car, the first 9 carriage.
Oh,
Everybody
really?
got dead.
See.
Yeah, man. Kendall train crash in Jamaica, famous.
Yeah.
Kendall crash.
See.
She was on that train.
Okay. So, what was you like as a child at school then? What was your character? Boisterous, how was you?
Studious, but little naughty. You don't know.
Okay.
But my father was all about read your book,
Right.
to
Yeah.
learn your book.
Yeah.
Hence, I did my exams. I went to college. You understand?
Right.
Sick, I mostly call my father, because
Yeah.
he never read and write so great. And you know them people that
They want
them,
you.
yeah, they put it in
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Plus, him develop other health skills. But where
Yeah.
that was concerned,
Yeah.
yeah, my father.
Especially when you're that foreign. They want that for you. That's
And-
your ticket or your passport.
To life, you understand?
Yeah.
So my father was very much on that, and because of that, yeah, I just wanted to just do him proud. You understand that kind of way, and
And do mummy pride too, innit? Even though she's not with you.
although she wasn't there,
You know
and
what I mean?
yeah, so it was a case of that more than anything. That's
See.
what inspired.
Yeah, man. Secondary school. How it did go?
Boy, for me, sports was prevalent.
Where did you go?
Little Ilford School, sorry, Manor Park.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Greatest school in the world, right?
Well, it was in East London at the time, and produced some stars and stuff.
All right.
See?
Yeah, man.
Nigel Ben?
Nigel Ben, yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
Ben
think so,
family
yeah.
was there as well, yeah. Well, the Bakers, the Hines, the Becks, yeah. And then where a big exodus to New York in the 70s, I remember, as well as school days. And some of my school friends went to Australia as well.
Right.
Johnny Cortez, who was a baller in our team. But yeah, sports was prevalent and you just did your studies and everything. Because for me, still, I won't lie, and I'm not going to put no rose tint glasses on it. School is a open prison, on it. Come on, because some of the teachers, oh my days, it's like when I think back on some of them, man, there were some psychopaths, with some real problems with alcohol or whatever. So they made things a little weird for us as Nubian students and youths growing as it was, But we had, as I said, the sports. We had West Indies cricket rising up. We had Muhammad Ali when our parents used to stay up till early morning and listen to pan radio and all these things. So those things kind of show we said, hold on, so we still have some heroes them and some things can go on and start read 2 books and learn about Malcolm X and you understand?
And this was pre-Roots.
Pre-Roots, because
once Roots called, that was a game changer.
That was as you rightly said. I mean, I remember they did it strategically. They did, and I was in secondary school when they showed Roots, and it was a shocker for everybody, white, black, and everybody. Yeah, it was an eye opener. But what they did was they did the first episode on the Friday, then you had the Saturday, and Sunday was when they chop off My Youth Foot.
See, in Punta,
So you see, Monday morning,
when everyone went back to Vex,
was mayhem. Because remember, this is all leading up, to the riots. So things were already tense a little way in the UK.
Exactly. And we never seen nothing like that on mainstream media before.
We were seeing these things for the first time. So it was like reading Chancellor Williams for the first time, like the destruction of the black civilization. He said, what? I saw them did do this thing. I saw them wicked. And then you start looking and you say, oh, your big brother, uncle, and your father, they never know them things. And then now I say, blackness and Africa. You understand? So we start see and set up Rastafari, which was coming through the music.
That was echoing what you were seeing.
All of these emotions and learning these new things and seeing these things. And you're looking abroad, but it was all tied, as I said, which led up to the riots to the UK experience of it. Because we're having films like Babylon and Burning Illusion coming out now. Mixed up with rockers.
Did you encounter any situations growing up that was kind of uncomfortable?
Huge one, 1977. Won't forget, I was 16 years of age. About to go to college in September. Just did my CSEs. Escorted a
CSEs,
Yeah, man.
You're bringing it back, baby.
Yeah, brother. CSEs, bro.
O-level, A-level, isn't
it? So I wanted to do college because I wanted to do electronics so that I could do studio work, or because my very first job was working for what's the company that does the desks? Soundcraft.
Okay.
I got a job at Soundcraft. Wow. So I did it in the summer holidays and I loved it. So I said I want to do electronics and studio because of the music and sound system that we had, because we built a sound system in school. It was my purchase in Forest Gate. That would come later.
And that was the thing for teenage.
Everybody had a sound. I know one single man that built a sound. And so he sound, two color in Forest Gate, and he had record collection for months. But it was one man. But he had a sound. So if 2 man have, that's a sound. 4 man make a sound. And in Fuller Sound, there was 13 of us. So, all right. So school, as I said, was music, sports, kept us going and kept us strong and firm with the knowledge that was forwarding in about these great leaders. And then we start research now. And the incident when I was 16, when the police then beat me to my face filled 5 times the size. Yeah, man, they thought I was somebody else. Mistaken identity. I had on that Crombie coat. Remember the Crombie coat style? I had one of them on and got to the bus stop. But you know what saved me? I was one of the leading youths. So even at 16, 17, I was the one that used to, on that night was she was a QC. And she came and visited the youth club and my brother's mother, and I took them wrong. I was seen as responsible, if you understand. I said, all right then.
Okay.
Now, I went to the bus stop and Fat Man and Jayuk was playing at Manor Park Library. And a man turned me and said, "You're not getting on that bus." I said, "I'm getting on this, man. What are you talking about?" Turn around again, headbutt me straight in my face. Next minute,
Who that? Police.
they never identified themselves yet.
No?
They were just
That
two
old
white men.
chestnut.
Yeah.
They were two white men sitting on the wall that I never paid them no mind.
See?
Right.
And then, when they said that to me, that's why I answered flippant like that.
Yeah,
I'm getting on this bus. What are you talking about? Because them time, from Vicarage Lane, you could see the 25 turn into Radford Road. And I could see it. There was no trees, no... Anyway, I see it. And I said, I'm getting on that. I'm going to Manor Park. Fat Man and Jayut, you see me?
Right.
See?
When I turned around and they bucked me in my face, and then next thing, one grabbed my hand, and I must admit, I was just dazed, you understand? It's like stars, me, I see. But then when it started clearing out, I could see like police, them lock off the road, and the same bus that were made it one go up, and it's still dead there with the people that look down upon me. Somebody, I had a very good friend called Joey Seychelles, big up yourself, and Rita, his mom he's a mixed race, his mom was a big white lady. She have to turn sideways for coming at this. Big lady. But they knew her because she was rough. And she had about 7 youths, and one of them, my best friend Joey Seychelles, we went everywhere together. They went to call Rita. Rita come running around. "Let go of Don, what you doing, effing there?" And they knew her. Here, calm down, Rita. And they put her in the police van as well.
Wow.
But she was swinging. And then they called Mary, the warden for the youth club. "What are you doing to them?" And they said, "F off, we're police." She said, "What? You don't want to..." That time my face was just throbbing, bro. Anyway, they throw me in the car and send me. First, they made a mistake and they was heading towards Forest Gate. Then they turned around and I lift up my head and said, "Where you carry me go?" Boop, who told me if I said that? Boop, in my face. Lay down, lock my mouth throbbing now, head throbbing, go down at the police station. Anyway, cut a long story short. When I got caught, I get off. Witnesses turned up. Character reference was great. All of them things. They never have a criminal record, and you know as well as I did. In the 70s, the mid-70s, to escape, because they used to have sauce. Used to have black Mariah vans them that were unmarked. Plus the National Front and all of these used to
in the force.
as well as with uniform on the street. So we not drive, bus and walk where I do. So we were open targets for these things and people, but we were rebel. You understand?
But that's why Babylon, it resonated so much with us, because it was almost like a snapshot of our life.
Could have been any one of us.
That's right.
Or you knew that person.
Yes, of course.
You see me? After the famous party night where Beefy said to the white boy, when the white boy goes, "I understand, and I'm one of you," and Beefy got to thump him now. "How you one of us, bro? You don't face what we do." Sambo and the persecution and the racism institutionalized, plus the battles with your own parents. Because as I said, some of them, they were... The first thing my father said to me, when he come at the police station, "How will you do, Danny?" I said, "What me to look from the man?"
Exactly.
And how I do. I don't get in trouble. I don't bring police to the yard.
Because you're fighting those wars, and you're on the defensive against your own parents as well.
What's the famous line? "I don't believe it, Tester. Thief and skanker."
You understand?
From Babylon, innit?
That's right. So,
Daddy said.
great movie. And I mentioned as well Burning an Illusion with Victor Romero and that Empress. Those movies were like, I know that person. Or that could be my sister. So we were going through this, and this all led up to the riots of the 80s, bro. Because we had the New Crossfire and them thing that for us, there was enough East London people went to that party. Remember them days there? As a year say a party are going over, so everybody reaching them, and there's all 3 party for the night you touch. Sometimes you wonder, how you get over there, but you reach. And New Cross was one of those that we were meant to go to at that time, because we knew some of the people who went. But as I say, they were also platinum times, innit?
It's your early adult years. Just heading to college and them thing there.
All right.
You don't bump your head, get the bruises from police, racism,
all of that, and get where
and everything.
Get where I escape the schooling. Because college, as you know, is a lot more free. You're allowed to be a young adult. so people a bit more expressive and.
It was tough in school. Secondary school.
School was an open prison. I
Yeah.
repeat what I said.
Yeah.
I survived that open prison that they called school because there was abuse going on all around, brother. Not just to myself,
Yeah.
but it was all around. I saw it and I
But
survived.
what a time to be immersed in that kind of chaos, because you're still
Brother.
trying to find yourself as a young boy going through puberty.
All of that.
Because it's
All of that.
self-identity.
All of
I
that.
wonder we survived, bro.
Brother, I put that in the song. It's a wonder how we survived all of that. Because psychologically and emotionally, much less physically, we went through it, brother. More than most.
And being first generation born Yassa as well, where
Brother.
parents don't understand what we are going through. We don't meet their expectations.
They
and
had
things like that.
Pathé News.
That's why when Daddy come police, they say, "Where you do Donovan?" You know
They
what I
had
mean?
Pathé News. Policeman tell you the time, give you direction.
Yes.
Beat what? Corrupt how? And we know that they kidnap women.
Differently.
You're you're multi rapists.
Yeah.
We know these things. It's within your institution. You can't go around it. These are facts.
That's why all the stuff we hear nowadays, and to us, is like, really? Y'all
Really?
know this already?
We
know
knew
this.
this.
We know this 40 years.
We knew
We
this
know it long
50
time.
years ago.
Yeah.
That these things were within
Yeah.
these people and the institution, but we survived it through Rastafari.
Yeah.
Rastafari kept me out of jail and prison. It stopped me from doing certain things because, as you know, it was also a done thing within the culture is to do drop of sticks.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
West End never had cameras in those shops,
Innit, for real.
much less the Stratford.
Innit?
So sports shops, shoe shop, clothes shops get it regular and get a price. It reached the ones and ones. If you know me, I deal with. So that used to go on. I mean,
of course.
and
Hustle, innit?
Right, but certain ones would take it further, like as I said, the sticks in thing, and there was a stage when they used to rap all pension of them things. Remember that all them foolishness.
Mugging and them thing there.
Hence,
you
Russ Elroy brought out the song with Black Slave, singing about why you do that. It could be your brother or your sister. So we as Rasta, so we learn
like
that.
the moral compass. You're justifying it, wilding out, you know.
It keep we out of prison. The only thing I can, and I will admit, yes, was a little thieving of some chipboard and stuff.
For
sound system.
Yeah, of course, man.
Guilty.
Come on, man.
You understand?
Building site, you know what I
My
mean?
money and whichever hustle, and then I start work after college was buying records because I scoured all of the record store. Them north, south, east, and west know me.
Okay.
You see me? All Silver Cameron in the city. I find him Keaton, the next brother. Them I can't remember the next brother name, but they had the Silver Camel label. Them two youth there. And first me ever spot a little Indian boy stand up in that corner. That was Errol Arawak.
Okay.
In the 70s, brother.
Okay.
Very humble and buying all the tune them. So you get to know faces. You got the dub vendors them because every dub vendor Labrador had the front line. Brixton had Realton Road front line, and then you had Castro Brown them, and then you understand, and Supertone ever with Cecil them ever did there before Blacker did have in place. You understand? Yeah, but when Blacker come in, you had Weatherman where you go and get your beaver if you could afford it. You see me?
So you're collecting records and all that.
What?
So
Still have
when's
them.
the inspiration for the singing coming? And
That was by playing certain songs on the sound system, and as you know, you flip the version, right? So maybe when I DJ them never ready or whatever, I take it forward and I said, well, you know, sound tree bad. You understand? I probably was singing over somebody's song. More than likely it was a Dennis Brown or Sugar Miner song, obviously. And I sang the song, and the man said, yo, rare. So now you got Robert and Michael Palmer, who were Niggas Roots label, which was at the time Don Carlos, Junior Reid, when they were called
Voice of Progress.
Laxel Castell. They were releasing those songs. And they were amongst King Original.
Minibus Driver
the
album
twins.
before,
Which I've still got. I've got all of those. Because I was there. As I said, Junior Reid and these man, them were all coming to 55.
Okay.
So I knew Junior Reid, Frankie Paul, Sanchez, Eka Mouse, Devon Russell, Barry Brown, all of these great musicians, Fredlocks, they were all
passed around by once, innit?
55. You'd see them all. They do a little thing and then them Ghana Coxon, like when Daddy Freddie Forward, 85, Color, Everybody forward, not nitty gritty. Them all forward a few place.
Right.
And then when they need to hustle and eat a food, Bumpy, Tony Tough.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, and it goes on
Do
to
the
Sugar,
rounds, innit?
which is
Yeah,
my
of course.
my mentor, my godfather, as you know.
Okay.
So
How did that relationship happen?
through Studio 55 and was here them, and I followed him and did harmonies with a singer called Shalom now. His name was Steve Harper. We did the harmonies for Tony Tough on a little tour they did.
Right.
And a man stepped out and said, boy, sing a one tune now. Tony Tough said, sing a one tune by yourself. And he said, I've got a friend from London, England, and I call my name, I'm just there for you watching now. I go out there and perform, and the feed forward was wonderful, and the whole energy and everything. And so Sugar take me down a blacker. He said, he forward to one of King Original Dance and sang a song. Covers, as you know, at the time. And I sang a song called Never Too Late, which is a Billy Ocean song. Billy Ocean, if you don't know, you did a wonderful track on the album, and I covered it.
Right.
And Sugar, I voiced it, he run me down a blacker, and I voiced it a Coxon, down a blacker Coxon. And he released it on Youthman Promotion label.
Okay.
Never Too Late. Singjay.
First release, yeah?
First release in Jamaica, and only release in Jamaica, but my second release here, because the first one was King Original label, which is called State of Mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was produced
that was
by the
at Singjay
Negus
as well?
by Negus Roots, by the Palmer Brothers. The
Okay,
twins.
right. Yeah. As Singjay.
As Singjay.
Yeah.
My first songs up until 2015, Studio 55, was all as Singjay.
How you get the name Kingjay?
Fred Locks and Frankie them say, boy, oh, you get that name them? I say, ask Sugar them, no, man, because them name me say this, me sing like Bird and Ray.
Okay.
And I said, nah, man, you're a straight singer, though. And when they heard Higher Meditation and them tracks, they said, yeah, man, you get the crown in you. Kingjay. So then I saw Kingjay from this. So, yeah, man.
And it's nice when it comes from your peers and that.
When it comes from your peers, it's like when you said award winning. When you get awards from your peers, you know, that to me is the greatest thing.
It's the baton. You're passing the baton. It's legacy.
It's like I've done at least that part of the work. So not that I've got any intention of quitting anytime soon. You understand? But to what I've done to now, and I look forward and say, boy, your resume not cheap, but this and then you get things like these. For me, it's very humbling, but it's more, I've done something.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no greater reward than that. Other than when somebody cry in front of you after a show, or they said, oh, you moved me.
Yes.
Money can't buy that. You see me? Money can't pay
Live for that.
Yeah. Those rewards.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay. So we've already alluded to your great achievements, the influences that sort of inspired you, and you've been dropping names like the clangers, cling, clang, blang.
I've been blessed.
Drop some names. Yeah, go.
Chief, my godfather, Sugar Minor, both here in Jamaica.
Yes.
Only Jamaica release. When I was in Jamaica, treated me like a king. Treated me like a king in England. Miss him.
Yeah.
I have to do for him. King was here. Likewise, huge influence. Brethren, love him. Two of them, funny. Same way, Nero's Joseph. Brother, great influence. Teacher enough. Russell Roy, likewise.
Yeah.
I've called these youths, so many that I've lost recently that would be here to the next podcast. But those over the times were my heavy influences and great shoulders I'm standing on, and
on the shoulders of giants.
Giants.
And you know what? Like I was saying before, it's so fitting that a youthful, enthusiastic youth like yourself, I would expect no different from a brother so humble to acknowledge the impact or the legacy that's bestowed upon you by these giants.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean,
I was fortunate, very fortunate to be around these great musicians, producers. I could have leave out Big Belly Steely, man. You see him, Steely and Speedy, when he's Easy Street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another big influence again.
Right.
Yeah, they were there, rest in power. Yeah, man.
Out of curiosity, what is like off the top of your head? What's your discography in the catalog like?
As in recent or overall?
No, your overall.
Boy, I must have done at least 100 singles, brother.
Okay.
Album tracks, collaborations.
Yeah.
Mount up to makes it 150.
Wow. Okay.
170, and I still wrote and recorded a song just one day.
Okay. And what about your albums?
Albums, personally, I've had 2, and the third, which I was going to do as an album, has now been reduced to EP, and singles are going to be released off it in the courtesy of my brother, Keith Roots.
Okay.
He's had them for, short while. You see me? And I was kind of doing other else work still, but I was kind of, as far as an LP was concerned, I was only focusing on doing one production with Keith.
Right.
I now have to turn my head slightly because that plan may not work out quite. As I say, could result in an EP and release tracks, so I'll leave it there.
Okay.
As a body of music and a LP, I am focusing now on doing another production of my own.
Okay.
And I've only gone certain way with it because I keep having to sidetrack and do other else things like performing and.
It must be difficult. It's difficult to manage your time because the requirements on you and your time.
When you're in the UK, as you know, I can't think of many that I can count, maybe a few on my hand who do solely music. You have to do a 9 to 5 as well. You could be a great female singer, for example, who's springing in my mind, Frederica Tibbs. She's a nurse.
Right.
Great singer. Yes, I mean, she should be just doing solely music. And much like myself, the bills have to be paid, and you see where we're there. But I've had a turn where I did solely music for a couple of years, and that was the greatest time of my working life. I won't lie. Doing solely music, jingles, singing other people's songs, doing my own productions, dub plates, performing. It was great because it paid the bills for a couple of years. But when the end started not meeting,
then it becomes really hard.
Then it gets sticky.
And I kind of had a name for you, kind of like our own personal James Brown, the hardest working man in showbiz.
I put in the work.
You typify that so much.
I do put in the work. I give thanks because some don't get the opportunities. I know some of my brethren, but I've been fortunate that, just like how Sugar did tell me one night time, he said to me, boy, Kingjay, you have to have everything by your style, You have to have tomato, you have to have onion, you have to have scallion. You can't just sell Irish alone. It now go work. So I've got a little fan base in the what we call contemporary reggae. So I sing love songs. So they know me for that. I'm in the roots. And I do all. So because of that, I get the work. So when I sing with Reggae Rose or Green Sleeves, I'm singing dancehall. Someone I say, yo, you do that. I said, I should go man, forward from me now. We are talking about the king of dancehall, singing in dancehall, you see me? And then I do my roots as and write and sing songs.
And you're spinning a lot of plates, and that takes
have
a
to,
lot
brother.
of attention.
But I give thanks because, as I said, it puts me on City Splash recently, regular. And
been busy this summer, already.
I did this summer, and for a UK artist,
doing well. Because the lockdown and the Brexit kind of really messed it up for us,
for
didn't it?
2 years, me never gone nowhere.
For real.
I said I wasn't joining that line.
No, me neither.
And so because of it,
That line.
You know the line.
you do what you do for your reasons, but I had mine for not. I'm not joining that line there, so I couldn't go foreign. Which, as you know, because I've got a little fan base in Europe especially on the root side of things. So I've got my band there and everything in Amsterdam, and so I couldn't get to perform. So for me, economically, plus I was supposed to hopefully get to what they call a category B or C artist, so that I can get on the festivals on the stage. Because when you look around, if you take out Tipper, Maccabee, there's not many UK, and my sister in group there, there's not many UK artists that can get their own right on the festivals. I'm talking the Reggae Gilles, the Reggae Jams, Reggae Lake,
Rotterdam,
and further afield. I've done Rotterdam, but they had me on that lion stage. And I said to them, and I was like, and then one of the promoters I met, he sat me down. He was on the big side of the table with the whiteboard, and I'm looking here, and I'm seeing all my brethren, Anthony B and Kiberton and And I said, well, boy, how do I get on one of those? He said, boy, Kingjay, it's all about on seats. Bombs on seats, your social media figures, you have you got a website, and and it goes on. So I said, okay, and so I will work for that. So I'm prepared to put in the work because this is called the pre-Grammy show. Same like I said to Kabaka, accurate. And now he's a Grammy kid. I would love for the UK to get some of this highlight, some of the spotlight, and then make it filter.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because it's not for we here, and we've been putting in the work for years, and I've been fortunate, and I'm active.
Yeah, man.
I give thanks, and it's all about putting in the work because when I'm serious, about the Grammy, because I've got brethren for their input into certain tracks,
Right.
and if I was exposed to those the same, like like what going in Jamaica with the reggae artists, not so much the dancehall.
Yes.
I think I could definitely make an impact. So
yeah, man.
this is what I'm pushing for, and as I say, it's not just for myself. 'Cause I'm a family that behind that music and family, and you need to shine that spotlight on the UK. You understand? We're not just singing lovers rock alone over here.
But also, you must. I'm not going to call you a seasoned veteran.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's like saying you're over the hill, and
Kind of
to
thing.
me, you're still on an upward trajectory.
I am.
But you must have a sense of the impact and the inspiration and the influence you're having on the younger generation.
100%. There are a few
You're working
artists.
doubly hard.
Yes, sir. I mean, there are a few artists. Dropping names again. Go and pick up yourself, LA Gray, and there are younger artists who are developing and rising in this music. So I feel as an experienced campaigner, for want of a better expression, I've been there, I've seen, and there was a time I watched a lot and I wasn't willing to get involved because I wasn't happy with what was, some of my family was being treated. And I was saying, no, why would I put myself in that position there? So, but now I'm seeing that things are elevating and changing in the right way. And I feel that as an elder, man, I've got enough to share. And I'm willing to give that experience and knowledge. And I'm still on the rise, brother.
Yeah, well, like we said, you're still doing the work and releasing the material and out touring and everything. And keeping busy. So it's great.
Giving thanks and doing great podcasts like them, man.
Yeah, well, one hand wash the other, innit?
Bird can't fly on one wing.
That's right, king, man.
I know the bird on that circle. And
Aye.
I know that.
For real.
Yes,
all right, let us stick up here and go.
Yeah, man.
Outside of music, then, what does Donovan Kingjay do to relax and chill out? And
first thing,
what's your thing?
Is it mountain climbing?
No.
Is it knitting?
When the weather is conducive, I'm in my back garden with my shoes off, barefoot.
Okay.
That's number one.
Connecting to the earth.
I also hug trees. Don't get it twisted.
Okay, go on.
I'd
All
love
right.
to hug me a tree.
All right. The next thing I love to do is read my comic books.
Okay.
I'm a big comic book collector, but only really predominantly Marvel characters. From the 70s.
Yes.
I've still got...
Me too.
I've still boarded. I've got mine boarded and plastic up.
Okay.
Can't trouble them without the gloves.
See?
I got some. I went as far as in 1998, Bowen, a guy called Randy Bowen, made mini busts and 12 and 14-inch statues of those characters.
Right.
From the Hulk go right through. Fantastic Four, X-Men, the whole of that.
Okay.
Yeah? So Kingjay buys them all, innit?
Wow.
Right.
So I was in a good job at the time. And when I was working, I found out that they were considered to be art because what happens, there'll be like 5,000 made. So they're numbered. Every one of them is unique.
Serial
Right?
numbers.
Okay, so I buy the red Daredevil. I buy the yellow Daredevil, the original. I buy the Invisible Woman. I buy the Thing.
Yeah.
Strip.
I had one of those, but I couldn't find it.
I got...
No, sorry. I'm really sorry. I have to apologize. That was terrible.
So that's what I do. And I collect the comic books as well, right? So I've got the comic books, I bought the statues, I bought the mini bus, Silver Surfer, the whole nine.
Right.
Yeah? All right.
Go on.
Then I found that they go up in value, some of them.
Yeah.
Just like the comic books. So I've got some old Spider-Man. I've got some run of some Spider-Man which are considered to be expensive. I've got Hulk, Red Hulk, when it first run, 2000, just after 2000 and something.
Yeah.
And I was mad, innit? You'd have issue 1 would come with like one of 500, one of 100.
Right.
So you end up with 5 variants. I'd buy all 5 variants.
Right.
25
So you have a
pound,
room for
30
your
pound.
comics and your statue and them thing there.
In my loft is my reggae
What you have
music,
them in
my
show, you know,
vinyls,
King?
my vinyls that I've kept from the sound system.
Yeah.
That I salvaged. Some of the King Tubby's dub plates, as you
Right,
see.
yeah.
And I've managed to salvage and keep them.
Okay.
So I'm a hoarder, innit?
Right.
Where my comics and my records are concerned, I don't sell, move, nothing. You just have the wall of them.
Yeah.
So I got my 70s, 7 inches, 12 inches, and out LPs. I've got Africa Must Be Free twice.
Hugh Mandel.
Yeah, because it was that good when it came out. I bought
album.
it twice. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And the dubs. The Africa Must Be Free dub.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I got Picker dub. The original.
Oh.
Yeah.
Same.
I got anything that was named Rockers. Popular Production.
Yeah.
If it had Johnny Clark on it or Linval Thompson or Barry Brown, we used to just buy that and play that later and see what you got. You know what I mean?
You know, I feel bad because the amount of record me lose over the years.
No.
Brother.
Like,
I've got the
really
original
deep,
on
you know.
top. I've got the original No Man Is an Island.
Oh.
I've got the original Burning Spear with Bo Peep. What's that one there? With the guitar. Yeah, sorry.
No, because man hear them thing there.
Grandfather think I've got ADT and a side camera. One for me out. So now even think about that. Not even try that. I may have one for my doorbell as well with camera. So no bother with it. They are topping on my laugh and it's been there for donkeys.
That's interesting.
Stay there. Yeah, man.
That's really interesting.
I kept that. And my third best thing is to travel.
Yeah.
And right now, Jamaica bite me.
You want to go back again?
Fruits, the food, the sun, the rivers, the hills, the people, the family that I miss and I have. The energy, it's just it's more. It's just more relaxing. It's more even in the energy. Me not say you now bat and work and strive.
Yeah.
Hustle. Of course.
Human experience.
But the whole way that things move, it's.
You feel better out there.
Oh, my brother. You just come to life. Swim in a river, swim in a sea. Go up on hills where what fumes and none of that, brother. Clean air, clean fruit. Oh, your lungs just say thanks.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks. I haven't smelled that in and breathe that. It's usually oxidized and
so you travel with the family and the youth them enough?
both. My youth have known Jamaica from them small. From them know themselves. Because I thought from them time that family is important. So they need to know them family of Jamaica. And vice versa. So I've always instilled that. And it was only the lockdown that stopped me from go. I go home every year, you know. I made a point from, I just go home every year.
Right.
It's just a thing. And then it tied in with Rebel Salute January. We used to end up go Christmas and spending January.
Right.
But then another time you end up fine, so you're there summer. And like this year, as I said, I end up be there twice. And I just love being there. The freedom, that's the word. There's a sense of freedom, just being able to sit down by your veranda, out the door.
Yes.
And people and life go past. And you don't even have to do nothing. And if you want, you just go juke down your coat and your breath.
That's country you're talking though, innit?
Both.
Saying.
Yeah, I could go a town, you know.
Saying. But town's hustle and bustle, innit?
Town is nice. Man, I have a time where if I go to town and spend a week, I don't want to go country.
Right, okay.
It just stays like that because you get used to that little. I get spoiled with the constant spring off a tree. And them place that stamp up with the behind me, Marvel and them place. I mean, they just like run up and down on them place. Because town is town. But then it's the same thing. There's certain part you don't really want to go over there. So, when you're supposed to turn right and you turn left, you see me? You don't really want to do that. So, but as me, I find Jamaica, as a Rasta man as well, I get love and respect everywhere I go.
I think that's your character and your
warmth
warmth though as well, you know.
Hopefully so, but I get love.
You have that.
I get so much love.
You're welcoming, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you get the call yet though?
From
Africa. When you're going to Africa?
Oh, I've been balling to them. I've said to you, Zimbabwe, I've said South Africa, I've said Gambia, Ghana, Tanzania, take me up no man, Kenya, anyone I know. I've been working and then I've had promises and then it never materialized.
Right.
But as what I've always said about with my music, my mission is Caribbean Africa.
See.
Always has been. You can keep your mansion and your muscle car and all of that.
Yes.
For that is for your thing. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
My thing is Caribbean, Africa.
Right.
And when I say, and then more closest to my heart is a little place named St. Simon, Lucy, Hanover in Jamaica,
Right.
where I would like to team up with one of my brethren and try to do something where the poorly sighted are.
Right.
Yeah, with the youths them.
Yes,
Because
yes.
obviously it's a hindrance for the youths them. You can't learn when you can't see, and when you can't see,
So they need the brain and all them thing there.
Yeah.
and there's no
No
national
system set
health
for them.
and nothing.
Wow.
And optician and eyesight is
course.
is expensive,
Yeah.
and yet it is so vital for
So you're gonna make a foundation kind of thing.
I'm teaming up with a brethren right now to
Good,
try and
King
do
Jay.
that, and in my little way, we've done it with song already.
Yeah, we do
donated
that
to
much
charity.
time, innit?
You
Yeah,
see me?
for real. Yeah.
So to do those things for my people, that is what it's going to be, because I'm not going to be just going there, as I said, me no want to mention and muscle car and muggles and all of this.
Reggie, I have
be
to
able
say
do
to you,
something
because
constructive.
one of our other guests, he was here just the other day, and he was saying to us, listen, they're barling for the
I was just
UK
gonna
artists.
say that Africa
Like,
is
Africa is barling for people like us.
They
You know
need
Mr.
you.
Promoter,
what I mean? And
I
yeah, they
need
need
you.
you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Africa needs your energy.
I would be so willing, able, but just make sure that the thing is set correct. Because remember, say, when it comes to logistics, I have a manager.
Yeah.
And that manager, when it comes to even the flights and everything, you can't book no bogus flights like earlier morning or later night and landing. That doesn't work. So once the logistics are correct, I've spoken, as you spoke, we spoke the last I see Jabul when I was run by him. You know, he's taking his son to Africa.
Long time.
So I said to him, and then he spoke to me about a stadium and doing this, that, and charging only like £5 or £10. I said, well, brother, you multiply that by 5,000.
That's holy, man.
Right.
That's enough
Holy.
for Kingjay to come and perform. And logistics correct and on point as well. And then we do a little radio and television tour.
Yeah.
Pardon me, and just let them know who we be. And then neighboring states, because at the time we was talking, it was we was talking about Zimbabwe and Zambia.
Okay.
So, you know, please, Mr. African promoters or Mrs. Don't get it twisted. Our team of just get in contact and give it and just sort out
That
the
needs to
logistics.
happen because
And that is
your
my
energy,
mission.
Africa's need the weird historically the African experience, reggae music.
Yes.
It's about that is two ingredients supposed to put together to make Dynamite.
Them cooking there.
It was a long time.
Them cooking there.
I can make it happen. Maybe stick up in them.
Make it happen, brother.
Yes, I.
Rastafari.
I'm still kind of interested about Donovan Kingjay, the person. So things like, all right, what is your best quality or characteristic from your point of view?
To be able to communicate with everyone from royalty down to the cleaner in my office.
So you could be stuck in a lift with a whole bunch of strangers and just strike up conversation.
I can strike a conversation.
That's a wonderful gift, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel that I have that quality, I have that gift. And I also see singing as a gift.
Yeah.
Because you can learn to play instruments, but you can't necessarily learn to sing. And this gift that's been bestowed on me, and I don't take for granted. So
true.
Every opportunity that is presented, and one of the greatest things is to travel and meet people.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've been to lots of parts of the world and been able to reason with different types of people.
Yeah.
All right. One
That's
interesting.
why I say Africa and you as a marriage made
It's
in heaven, you know, right?
because I'm all about Africa.
Yes.
Just like how it sounds like Jamaica.
Yeah.
I am all about that. I'm about the people. I'm about the movement. I'm about the progress. I'm about the development. I'm about
self-fulfillment. Spiritual.
And the upliftment.
Yes.
Of such a wonderful continent that I can see gladly is rising out of its sleep.
Yeah.
It's been put to sleep for all the various we can mention. But I see that there's a movement recently, especially since the LD, where you've got You know, it's actually happening in the Caribbean where you've had the Barbadian Prime Minister saying,
Yes.
you know, want no more
There
royalty.
you go. It's a universal.
Right. You're seeing it happening in Africa where the French-speaking African countries are unifying and saying this imperialism, colonization thing no work.
It's done.
It's over. We need to develop and grow for ourselves. We're seeing, in the same time, the injustices that have been done are being rectified. And I'm seeing it being addressed, not as quick as I personally would like, only because I've reached that stage in life and I was thinking that I wouldn't even witness it. But I can gladly say, and it's definitely, we've always had this music from Bob days, from his sang Zimbabwe and Africa Unite, which was away from Three Little Birds. And, you know, they saw how serious he was, like Peter, and Bonnie, like as serious like a judge. So it moved politicians, it moved peoples. And this music is that powerful now that I think, no, I don't even think, I know that the message that is delivered within it is still so important because it's relevant.
So that puts you in a perfect place with your,
100.
like you say, your self-confessed ability to communicate with people, which is essential.
Yes.
And just following on from what you were saying, it's like, you know, when we have the universal trauma that we carry, whether you come from the Caribbean diaspora, the African diaspora, it's all one people inflicted with the same ESP trauma.
Come on.
We kind of coming out of that now, where
100.
everybody but just a straighten up a little bit.
No, so weird.
All the
100%.
previous things that you mentioned.
And for all the reasons, we're now fathers, grandfathers.
Yeah.
Some are fortunate to be great-grandfathers. So now you're thinking, what kind of world you want you're picking them?
Yeah.
What can I do? Or what kind of legacy can I leave? But as I say, but now more importantly, when we were young and running up and down doing what we were doing, we never had these generations. And now we got these youths, our grandchildren and great-grandchildren saying, nah.
We're a tough generation, you know.
We can't have it. But then the great thing, what I was going to say is that those children and grandchildren are not having it status quo.
Yeah.
Things have to change up a way. And even going along with the natural things, you know, as in people assimilating. So you're breaking down barriers that way straight away, innit?
Yeah.
So that will happen naturally. So also with them growing and witnessing and then hearing what's happened in the past and seeing what's going on now, they're saying, you know what, we've got to make a better future.
I think there's also a thing to be said for our generation to appreciate that with us, our strength and resilience came out of oppression,
100%,
fortitude, and having to like fight.
You have to
fight our
have
flight.
to.
Whereas youths now is a thing like, I will accept no less than being treated as a human being.
100%.
And they get that from us. We shouldn't underplay our
no way, because the thing is, it's like with being an elder, you have experience, which youths have zeal, but they have no experience.
That's right.
So I help them, they help us.
Yes.
This is why I was saying why I love Jamaica, because in Jamaica, age don't have nothing to do with the topic of wagwan. Babies have an opinion, school youths have an opinion, elders have an opinion, and it's all valid, brother, and it all come into play. Here, the elders kind of stay to their kind of thing, and they're all old-fashioned, and they, you know, and the youngers say that, you know, them type of weird
chains.
That not to go on.
Yeah.
In a Jamaica, and I see it the same kind of way in Africa. The energy there is I'm an elder, yes, and I've got experience, and that's why I'm here. And I can impart that into you. Because one thing you have is zeal, but you don't have experience. How can you have experience if you're only 20, 21, 25?
But also,
you understand?
our experience is the thing that enables us to see
what
the qualities from that zeal and that
and what to avoid.
Yeah, exactly.
It's up to us to mold that zeal.
100%.
Train it and nurture it.
Takes a village, right?
Absolutely.
And in that village, who did they go to? The elders.
The elders. Yeah.
But the elders in turn,
the chief is an elder, isn't it?
You
know what I mean?
You have to bring in the youngers.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, what is happening, and I'm seeing that synergy now.
Right.
The youths who are educated in Africa and the Caribbean are not accepting of your rules according to your settings, and you set the market. They're saying, no, hang on, I can do that myself.
I
Who
think
forced
that's
that?
the same thing because they suffered under the colonialism so much.
But-
Their thinking is different to ours here
It's a
in
change.
England.
It's a change, but here's the thing: we know about reincarnation. The spirit, what the slaves were feeling 500, 600, 700 years ago, is the same spirit in you and I. I feel it.
Yeah, of course.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel the whip itself, but I feel
That's
the pain.
400 years of PTSD, bruv. Yeah.
Where we've never had a
Even though we
mass
weren't there.
sit down therapy and said, let's cure this. Because the only way you can do that is by separation. And we've never had 50 years, Nubian people, to say, how did you feel about slavery and being raped, both men and women, your family unit being broken up, in fact, taken away, and you're severed all your ties. You only know you came out of the Ghana port, but you could have come from Tanzania.
Anywhere.
You've lost all of that. We severed that. We knew that. We gave you religion, a new language, and said, guess what? This is the best place for you to be, in the cold, which is not conducive. You can't operate at your optimum unless you're in the right environment. We need to be in the sun, which for some is cancer, but me no worry about that. Me know where Superman's strength are forward from. You see me?
All right, then. So let me ask you a question then.
Yes,
in terms of limitations, then. So, what is your worst quality or characteristic? Well, the reason I say limitation because it could be a negative, but it could also be something, the catalyst. So, what's your worst quality?
Worst quality.
Oh, no, but I come to him and say, you're not no bad quality.
Trusting people too much sometimes. Because I'm a
You
person.
getting better at it though?
Huh?
Are you getting better at it though?
As I get older,
Yes,
yes.
of course.
Because cynicism comes in, and once you've been burnt once, you don't need to necessarily get burned again.
Cynicism is the doormat of fear.
Brother, what it is,
Yeah, I mean.
what it is as well, you become to have more faith in self than in others.
Absolutely, yeah.
You see me, I deal with? So I don't need to entrust people with certain things, thoughts, movements, as I once did. I put it in song once again. When you were young, you wanted to be the popular one, innit?
Yeah.
When you get all big up in that age, you only want the ones that matter.
Wise man don't surround himself with fools.
With whole heap of friend. I don't need no whole heap of friend, brother. And I don't want necessarily new friend neither. You see me? We can have new colleagues, new relationships, but I don't want a new friend. I got family. My family is good. And when I say family, I extend that. Once I sit into somebody's yard and I drink water from them,
Yeah, man.
we are family.
You don't know.
We're not just brethren, we're brothers
Yes.
or sistren. That's how I see things. So if I go to your yard or you come and for me, then we're family, and that's all I need, and only certain people can come up for me, you see. So the works that we've been doing over these times, with the knowledge and message that we're trying to get over, I think it's more, the ground is ready for it.
Yeah.
If you understand what I mean.
Well, Donovan, I have to say, my brother,
Finish on a proverb.
it's been absolutely fantastic, wonderful, enriching. I've been looking forward to this chat for a long time. Brother, you have never let me down.
Very
So
lucky.
give thanks for your presence.
Yes, sir.
your
We probably could have done
generosity.
another hour.
Could have.
No, you have to come back.
Anytime we do it, because I could go into in depth, but you've got a good cross section of how I feel, and man. To be honest with you, like to me, I just want to get to that respect level.
You see the state of things now, particularly I work with young people, so
Yes, sir.
it's chaotic, it's filled with hyper emotion. There's no stoicism amongst young people. It's violence, youth violence, it's
Broken
drug
homes.
abuse,
Yeah.
the whole thing. So as a elder, as a Russ, what would be your message to young people this time?
First and foremost, be confident in yourself, because lots of times people will doubt you for your ideas, for your beliefs, whatever. Believe in yourself. Number one. Which is the same as don't change from chasing your dreams. Because obstacles will come in the way. Things, people, whatever, circumstances will come in the way and get you off. Try stay focused. Be humble and learn the reasons why you have 2 ears,
Innit?
And one mouth.
2 nostrils,
Innit?
1 mouth.
One mouth for
Yeah.
real.
Listen more,
Yes.
observe more,
Mm,
talk less.
mm,
So patience is a virtue. They say it's a virtue, but patience is a good thing for real. Because sometimes the results that you expect don't forward when you want them to. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. So yeah, those things.
Yes.
Be humble and please try to grow yourself.